Hey everybody, Paul Cram here. My aerial view of the bus. I sat like right here. This is me. I chose to sit right there. We go up a few bus stops, and a guy gets on, and he looks kind of tired. And he sits right here. And he's a tall guy, and he actually, sits and he kind of puts his legs out. What's going on here on the bus is that these seats right here and right here are actually facing each other. It's like a single row of chairs facing each other, and there's an aisle. And then once you get up into the back of the bus is where the seats face the front. And I'm sitting in one of the ones that's facing the front. A husband and wife get on the bus. The wife has a couple of plastic bags. The wife paid first, and then she got done, and she starts going up to the back. And the husband stayed up there, and I think there was something he was doing with his change. What happens is this guy had his legs kind of bent. Right when she comes by him, he sticks his legs all the way out, and he trips her. The lady like has these bags and is like flailing around, nearly falls flat on her face, and she starts cussing and swearing. And all this guy does is he just kind of pulls his legs back in, shuts his eyes, and he just acts like nothing happened. She sits a couple of chairs behind me here, and she sits down and she starts yelling up to her husband. She's like, that bleepity bleep 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 was tripping me, and things like that. And he can't hear her very clearly because it's a bus, it's a long, we start moving again, so he can't really hear what she's saying. And he's like, what, and so he comes back, and this guy does it again to him, and the husband stumbles a little bit and is like, oh, excuse me, and he keeps going, and he walks back and sits next to his wife. So she is just fuming mad, and the husband is like, what the heck just happened? And I'm sitting there looking at this couple, and I'm like, wow, this is entertainment. This again is like the best $1.75 that I've paid to watch antics of people that are just having to interact with each other. We keep going, and three people, a group of three people gets on the bus, and before they get their tokens in, the woman that was tripped, she starts yelling, careful when you walk down the aisle. You'll get tripped if you aren't careful. Watch yourself, just things like that. And I was chuckling because if I was walking onto a bus and somebody starts yelling, careful, I would just think okay, I'll be careful. Each of the people, they didn't have their swipe cards. Some people on the bus will have swipe card where you get on the bus, you swipe your card, and you go and you sit down. It's no big deal. Some people, though, pay with cash. Put in your dollar and then put in 3/4, and then it spits out the little bus pass. And that's what each of these three people did. And it takes a little bit of time to put the dollar in and put the change in and for it to spit it out. So all three of these people, one person would go, and then the other two were kind of doing their thing. And the girl gets done. She starts walking up. And the man that's acting drunk, he's just sitting there. And this woman is screaming the entire time. She's like, look out, look out. Right when the girl walks by, he sticks his legs out, and the girl trips and falls on the floor. The woman in the back of the bus stands up, and she's like, you stop doing that. And the guy that's, tripping people is totally acting like he can't hear anything. He's acting like he's just totally drunk and maybe falling asleep. And the girl is on the floor, and she's getting up, and one of the guys starts coming back, and he's like, what happened to you, And she scuffles away from this guy, and this guy, the second guy, walks, and he gets tripped. Literally. He gets tripped too. I was so oh my gosh. Okay, so we've got the first two people got tripped. Now two more people got tripped. I wonder if they're going to be able to stop guy number 5. Is guy number 5 going to get tripped, or is he not? I could be taking bets. So guy number 5 is here. The two other people that were kind of up in the corner, they weren't really sitting down, but they were grabbing onto the rail, and they were telling their friend, stop, don't go any further, stop. And so he stops, and before he gets to this guy, and he's just like, what? Everybody's screaming at this guy, and he doesn't really know what's going on, so he's looking to his friends, but they can't really be heard because These two people are screaming, "Don't! He's gonna trip you!" So he keeps walking. He gets tripped. All 5 of them get tripped. You know, the woman that first got tripped, she stands up. She walks up to this guy here, and she's like, "I know you're not sleeping. So I am going to get the cops to come." He reaches his hand up. He pulls the little ding thing that for the bus driver to stop the bus. And, you know, the bus pulls over, and he kind of drunkenly stumbles off the bus. I don't think he was drunk. I think the guy was just doing something crazy, and it's so mean to do that to people. People could get really hurt and stuff, but there was something about it where I was just like, gosh, and it's entertaining. I don't know why. I don't know. It's so hard not to laugh when people fall in public. It's like, oh, I hope you're okay. I can't stop laughing. So if you have any good stories of people falling, let me know. Leave me a comment. Subscribe to my videos. You know the spiel. Do all those wonderful things that you do. And I'll be in touch. All right. Talk to you guys.